We are now on patch 13.13c and we have a good amount of new comps in the meta. The comps that I mentioned in this video is all the strongest in the meta, and the ones that I already made a full guide on will be in the comments. The first comp that we're gonna look at is going to be It Pays to Learn, which is named after Azor's last augment. We are playing Aurelion Sol as Legend, grabbing all the experience augments, finding ourselves at level 8 at 4-1, rolling down and hitting this board. Then we are trying to swap out the few last units to hit the final board. And when possible, we want to go level 9, which you should aim for every game. Senna is your low-key carry, who shields the whole team and gain them attack speed, which can stack. You want a Shojin and a Rage Blade on her to make her cast all the time. Cassandra should be the chosen one from Zerimus, and you want him to have Protector's Vow plus 2 other tank items. Put your leftover Bruiser items on Aatrox and a Hand of Justice plus AP items on Gwen. You might also want to use Gwen as the carry before hitting the final comp. Other variations of this comp is just to play Shen and Gwen plus 5-cost units, or only Shen plus all the 5-cost units. I've already made a full guide on this comp, so if you want to learn how to play it, go watch the video. Next up we have Slayer Zed, and as I mentioned last week, I predicted this comp to be in the new meta, and it is for sure. Here we're playing Twisted Fate to get the best in slot items, or Ezreal for more items. We will slow roll at level 6 for this board, since we want to hit Zed, Katarina, Kled and Zed to 3-star, and if possible, even Darius. Our level 6 board would look like this. And when you hit at least 3-star Zed, you can go up in levels and add in more Slayers. We want to put Infinity Edge, a healing items and Titans on Zed. Katarina wants AP and a healing item, and if you get a Slayer emblem, you would put it on her to make her even more powerful. The next one is Noxus Darius, and here we always want to play 6 Noxus. And the rest of the units is just to buff up Darius even more. You want to do a huge roll down at 3-2 to hit 6 Noxus. Get your gold back and go slow roll at level 7. When you're slow rolling at level 7, you want to hit 3-star Darius and Katarina. You want to do it with this comp, and since we want a Noxus emblem, we want to use Earth as our legend. There is also options to use Ornn or Poro, but the emblem does make this comp way stronger. We want to make items for Darius first. Bloodthirster, Titans plus a damage item, and after 2 to 3 items on Darius, we want to put items on Kata. Ionic Spark, a healing item, in best in case, Hand of Justice, plus a damage item. If we get the emblem, we want to put it on Nasus to make us able to roll for longer at level 7. Next we have Azir Strategist. And Azir Strategist is still one of the most played comps, and for a good reason. Before hitting the full comp, you want to do a roll down at level 7 for this board. And when you're stable, you want to go level 8 for the full comp. Put attack speed items on Azir, Rage Blade and Static Shift is the best ones. A mana item and an AP item on Lux, and the last one will be a Radiant item that you get from Demacia. Your tank items should go on Jarvan or Nasus. I've already made a full guide on this comp, so if you want to learn how to play it, go watch the video. Next we have Ionia Yasuo, which is the most picked comp in Master Plus. When you're playing 6 Ionia, most of the time you want to play around Yasuo carry with a secondary AP carry from the backline. Choose between Karma, Ahri or Kai'Sa, and you should pick the one with the high stars, and if 2 of the units have the same amount of stars, you should pick the one that have the highest cost. That means if all is 1 star, you pick Ahri, and if Karma is 2 star and the others is 1 star, you will pick Karma, and so on. Most of the games you will have Karma and Kai'Sa to 2 star and Ahri to 1 star, and that means Kai'Sa will be the best AP carry. When you go level 7 and want to do a roll down, you want to hit most of the comp, and just go for 6 Ionias instead of 4 challengers. Before you hit Ahri, you can just play Jhin in the backline, and if you get an emblem for Ionia, you can put it on Kalista, and put damage item on her as well, to make her a secondary carry. You can also do this with Bel'Veth, who is probably the best holder for the emblem. You can also do it with Aatrox or Aphelios, but pick Bel'Veth if you can. You probably want to go for Ezreal, Ornn or Poro. Next we have reroll Kyle, and this is one of the new strongest comp, and here we can play some Kench or Lee if we are forcing it. Roll down for Kyle, Maokai and Poppy to 3-star, just like when we played reroll Tristana or any other 1-cost reroll comps. Go for a 5 lose streak just before hitting level 5, do a big roll down to somewhere between 0 and 30 gold, depending on you're contested or not. Then you slow roll, till you hit them all to 3-star. Give Kyle 2 Rage Blades, and the last one will be a Radiant from Demacia. Add in the rest of the comp and let your carry destroy from the backline, while Poppy and Maokai tanks the frontline. The rest of your board is just to buff up Kyle or CC the other units. Your board could look like this at level 5. This is the board that you roll for 3 stars. Your board at level 6, getting Teemo to upgrade Poppy. Your board at level 8, add more Slayers, and also add in Jarvan instead of Galio. And at 9, put in Aatrox for Slayer, and put in Heimer instead of Teemo. Worth mention is that Kyle also get better when you hit level 6 and 9. And at this moment, this is one of the strongest comps. Then we have Aphelios carry, who is still playable, so don't tunnel vision too hard on the other comps. When playing this comp, we want to stabilize at level 7 with this board, and then going level 8 for the full comp. Try to make items for Aphelios first, Rage Blade plus 2 other damage items, tank items on Sejuani and bruiser items on Urgot. Ornn is probably the best one for this comp, and are you uncontested, you will get yourself some free LP. Not many other comps are using Aphelios at the moment, so it might be easier to get him to 2-star, and the same goes with Urgot. On the other hand, you are contesting other players who want to play 3-star Akshan. Is this a comp that you want to play? You can watch my full guide on this. Then we have Sorcerer Lux, and we do only play this comp if you get an emblem. Play around Swain with Spark early plus Void, and then end up with Lux and Sona as the carries. Items like Sojourn and Gunblade is super good, but else just play AP damage items. The last item will be the one from Demacia, which will be a Radiant item. You can also choose to put your other items on Velkoz, and your tank items should of course go on Swain, but else Taric or Jarvan. When you have the chance, you will add in Ahri and itemize her too, and that is one of your win conditions. Another one could be to get Velkoz and Sona to 3-star. For the emblem, we want to go Earth, but else we play Israel. Next up, we have the 3-star Akshan. So this comp is all about getting him to 3-star. Do a roll down at 3-2 to get a direction. We want to roll for him at level 7 with this board. You can also use Shen if you don't hit all the units right away. You want to stabilize at level 7 so you can win some fights and save some health before you're hitting him to 3-star. When you get him to 3-star, go level 8 and play the full comp. When you have all the other units to 2-star, you can go level 9 and add in a 5-cost CC unit. If you get to this point, you have a super strong comp. Play TF or Ezreal for this comp to get the best in slot items. If you avoid using mana components on him and don't play more attack speed than this, he will cast his first spell just as the Freljord trait get active, and that means he does a huge amount of extra damage and often kill a frontline unit. And just before the last two comps, we have Strategist Velkoz, and this is all about hitting the sweet spot of 4 multicasters and 4 sorcerers. At level 7, you want to play this board, and if you have an emblem, you can play it even longer since you will have 4 sorcerers. When you hit 3-star on Swain, Sona and Velkoz, you can go level 8, or if you start going too low, you should probably push level 8 as well. You might want to go level 8 a bit before if you don't have an emblem, but do you end up going level 8 with the emblem, you have opened up for an even stronger board at level 9, where you put in Ahri for 6 sorcerers. Give Velkoz, Sojourn and Gauntlet, plus one of the other common items like Guardbreaker, Hand of Justice, Giant Slayer, or Gunblade. Put your tank items on Swain and Jarvan, 2 damage items on Sona, plus the Radiant item from Demacia, and then you're good to go. The second to last comp is Invoker Karma, so you're only gonna play Invoker Karma if you get an emblem or the common augment Loving Invocation, and for that reason you might wanna go Earth for direction, but else Ornn is probably the best one if you're not forcing it. You want to roll for Karma 3-star at level 7, and if you get a lot of Sorakas, you can also try to 3-star her. Then go level 8 for the full comp. If you get an emblem, you will put it on Ahri, which is super strong. Play AP and Gunblade on Karma, tank items on Shen or Taric, a lot of Chalice around Karma to make her one-shot. I made a full guide on this comp as well, so if you want to learn how to play it, you can watch that video. And just keep in mind that Ahri is a bit more a new thing, but definitely worth playing her. The last one we're gonna look at is Void, and we only wanna play this comp if we get the emblem, at least if we wanna win. We play AP plus Sojourn on Kai'Sa, bruiser items on Bel'Veth like Bloodthirster, Titans and Rapid Fire Cannon, emblem on Yasuo, plus 2 items that keep him alive, His job is mainly to CC and do some extra damage. Same items on Rek'Sai as Bel'Veth. If you get her to 3-star, she does do a different as well. Roll down to get the Rift at level 6 if you already have the Emblem, or at 7 if you do not. Then push level 8 to get all the units to 2-star, plus getting the Bel'Veth. You want to play Earth for direction, and else you can't really go for this comp. If you get to level 9, you will add in Heimer, Cassandra or Sion for more CC. That was all the best comps that you should play if you want to rank up. If you could use the video, please make sure to like, and if you want to see more guides like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next guide.